right, we are here. We are ready for the launch of ZIMSEC 1 Zimbabwe. Do you copy?
Yes, go ahead, over.
All right, Agent 1, please translate that.
Copy over command.
All right, perfect. We are ready to launch in 3, 2, 1. 1. Zimbabwe, do you copy? Is there a problem on your end?
I think it's because of sanctions, because we have sanctions over here.
Agent 1, please translate.
Citing sanctions command over.
All right, communicating with NATO and the EU, and sanctions have been temporarily lifted so that we may proceed with the launch. All right, launching in 3, 2, 1.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
It's called drops. What do we do to that one? Should we do airtime? Airtime translate. Okay, that is minutes. All right. Okay, we'll just send over some *167# 077. All right, confirmed. All right, Zimbabwe, are you back on the call? Do you copy?
Hello, yes, I'm back.
Agent 3, please translate. Over. He's back. All right, is there anything else you need for us to proceed with the launch?
Yeah, go ahead, you may proceed.
All right. Launching. Agent 1, confirm.
Copy command over.
Agent 2, please confirm.
Copy command.
Agent 3.
Over.
Zimbabwe, confirm.
Yeah, go ahead, you may proceed.
All right, initiating launch in 3, 2, 1.
Yes, yeah.
My people, comrades and friends, welcome to a brand new season of The Week with me, Comrade Fatso. I go away for a bit and ZANU PF has a congress, but there's not much change at the top. ZIMSEC November exam papers are out in the streets in October, and Passion Java grows luscious long blonde hair. What a wow, Zimbabwe. But first, Zimbabwe launched a satellite into space.
It's a first for both Zimbabwe and Uganda. Both countries launched their first homegrown satellites into space yesterday aboard a NASA rocket. Once in orbit, they'll collect images to help support research into weather forecasting as well as monitoring border security and disaster prevention. But for Zimbabweans facing tough economic times, the launch was not without controversy.
Okay, maybe Zimbabwe launches satellite is a bit of a misleading headline. What actually happened is that Zimbabwe yakapiwa lift ne-NASA. When they launched their rocket, that's essentially a regular combi between Earth and the International Space Station. It's like telling someone that you went to South Africa because your ID fell into a Greyhound bus bound for Musina. Yes, our satellite was sitting on the kadoma of the rocket, carrying pens, spare parts, and one of the astronauts' jerseys that he'd forgotten at home. No, we shouldn't disparage our nation's efforts. We did a good job in asking Japan for us to be able to use their module so we could deploy ZIMSEC 1 into space once it got there. No, but honestly and sincerely, shout out to our scientists who worked on this project. It's definitely a first for Zimbabwe. We are a great nation at asking for lifts, and this may be the most important lift that we have ever hitched. Space after robots. And by the way, Nick Mangwana, somehow we managed to launch a satellite from the United States of America despite sanctions.
Linda. You're wondering where I am. I'm Zimbabwe's own Beyonce. I'm here to celebrate the prophet's birthday. Kuti nditouya pano ndibosi wangu
Kakanaka. Chinopinda, chinonaka. Baby rangu, iPhone Pro Max.
Yes, it's about the
Dore, non kwanise here, non dura ke. Gut, bro kwanise. Subriaba. Hempi.
Profit.
Designer. Rolex, zongo farinzi Robert. The profit.
Yeah, profit.
In this week's episode of How to Steal an Election Using Excel, ZEC told the people that if you want a copy of the voters' roll, just pay for it. 187,000 yusa. Marienu Chete. At that price, only Tagwire, Delchunguwaya, Henrietta Rushwaya, and 7 other entrepreneurs will have it. While we commend ZEC for their unorthodox fundraising strategies, we must ask the question, I mean, at least they're being transparent. They would like the voters' roll to remain opaque, and they are being straight up about it. The Election Resource Center has now written to ZEC demanding a copy of the electronic voters' roll. Clever move. But where ZEC were just charging extra for printing thousands of pages of paper, but maybe you can get the electronic copy per flash disk for like $2. Let's see. Speaking of opaque things, INSCO have just announced that they are entering the beer market.
First one's off the line.
After copying EcoCash and launching Inbucks, the blue chip corporation have announced that they are setting up Buffalo Brewing Company to challenge Delta Beverages. They're launching their new Nyati beer to rival Delta's Chibuku Super. Many Zimbos have been asking, will this see the launch of Beer Inn? To which I respond, that's exactly what Chicken Inn is at 2 a.m. on a Friday morning because just looking for some wings. INSCO and Delta are two of the largest companies in Zimbabwe, and it makes you realize that our biggest industries are Doro and Matupisa. Yes, not renewable energy or disruptive technology. No, our economy is built on chicken and chap.
I would like to thank vakakosha zvakapfurikidza Beatrice Mutwate, Jeremiah, I love your relatives, shamwari dzemhiri, chenurai nekushanda nesimba neshamwari dzedu dzemutemo dzekunze, vadhamu nevamwe. Profesa ndakuonai, danga remhuka ndakuona, chinoridza ngonono ndakuona, mukomana wekusika rudzi, honorable wengura, muvhimi, Yakope, Flying Gold, kamukomana kanosunga mazambia, nemukomana akasununguka. Aiwa, ndinokutendai, makandikoshera, munomira neni. Mhosva ndeyekuvavarira chakanaka chedunhu rino. Ticharamba takaruma. Matendwa, ndini wenyu vamabasa.
This week, dozens of ZANU PF youthies stormed a CCC press conference in Harare and stole the opposition party's banners and promo materials in another incident of thuggery ahead of the 2023 elections. The ZRP, predictably, watched the drama unfold like a pleasant Nigerian movie without taking any action whatsoever. The media briefing had been called by the opposition to expose electoral anomalies being committed by the government. CCC officials, including their spokesperson Fadzai Mahere and their secretary for elections, Ian Mapone, literally had to escape via the back door after the rowdy youthies barricaded the front entrance right in front of the eyes of the ZRP. What was ZANU PF's response? Well, their ever-reliable information director, Tafadzo Mngwadi, said, "We are not the ones." Anzi, this was a purely internal matter involving disgruntled CCC youthies belonging to an anti-Chamisa faction. Then Mngwadi goes on to wax lyrical. It is on public record they accuse Chamisa and his new kitchen cabinet, where Fadzai Mahere is the undisputed kitchen mistress, of undermining Obesi Tole and Cecilia Chimbiri by anointing a little-known student activist to lead the youths. Iwe, has the kitchen cabinet, kitchen mistress, no facts. Never mind that the press identified many of the ZANU PF youths as members of the ruling party's national committee. We cross now to the weather with Tinai.
Thank you so much, Comrade Fatso, and hello viewers. Welcome to the weather report with me, Tinai. Comrade Fatso, let's just get into it. COP27 just ended a few days ago, and some of the issues that were raised there was that global temperatures are still on the rise, and we need to play our part. We need to reduce our carbon footprint if we are serious about keeping global temperatures below 1.5 degrees. But global temperatures are not the only thing that is on the rise, Comrade Fatso. Our political temperatures here in Zimbabwe are also on the rise. We've sort of gotten used to this with every election season. Political temperatures, they get high. So what has been happening? Let me show you. Job Sikala is still in prison, and his lawyer friends, they seem not to care. That's a hot temperature right there. What else has been happening? Oh yeah, ZEC are refusing to release the electronic copy of the voters' roll despite elections being at least 8 months away. That's a hot temperature right there. And what else has been happening, comrade? Oh, young people still seem not interested in political issues, yet 17,000 of them, 17,000 people were watching My Titi's live video on Facebook. Guys, munouraisa didi hope on stress. 17,000 people. That's like a word in Uzumba. If you know what I mean. Guys, let's be serious, right? So what else has been happening, Comrade Fatso? Oh yeah, we had a veiled fire. We had a small veiled fire, a little veiled fire last week Friday at a CC rally after two unknown guys came in and stole a CCC banner. But you guys always CCC, be serious, man. Kana mchibirwa banner kama gatarisa chichi nokutadzisa kuti mubirwe my election, guys. It is serious in life here do. So yeah, I think that's all from me and the meteorological team here at Magamba TV. But before I go, I want to encourage young people to participate, to register to vote and participate in this coming election. Guys, tikango participate tese mutemo weshiri munoziva wani. Back to you, Comrade Fatso.
Thanks, Tinai. At this year's United Nations climate conference known as COP27, ED said that as developing countries, we are victims of climate change and that we need to act together to ensure a healthy planet.
We are ready to play our part in addressing climate change and other challenges that face our world. Greater progress would be made on our climate goals were it not for the albatross of illegal economic sanctions imposed on our country.
After flying into Egypt on his private jet, causing 14 times more carbon emissions than a normal commercial flight, it seems that ED is taking the climate crisis really seriously. What happens at COP27, though, is a matter of life and death. The climate crisis is upon us as we speak, and countries like Zimbabwe and the rest of Africa are suffering the brunt of the damage through droughts, changing weather patterns, and famine. Rich countries have overwhelmingly caused the pollution, but it's us in the global south who are paying the price. So we asked our African leaders at COP27 to stand up for their citizens for a change and demand that rich countries pay for the loss and damage from the climate crisis. that they cough up some real beg for climate financing and that they put an end to fossil fuels, because our futures depend on it. If you're worried about how the climate crisis will affect your future and your children's future, then tweet your demands to ED and ask him to raise them at COP27. Thanks for joining us on The Week. Follow Mnangagwa TV on social media. I've been Comrade Fatso. This has been The Week. You have been the people. Thank you and food tech.